Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to today's Pick a Card. Today, I'm going to ask Spirit, what will happen next in love? This is for my singles, my couples, and even it's complicated, whatever Spirit wants to share with me. So let's get started. We do have 3 choices today. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's been newly guided here. So pick the card that you feel drawn to, and then we will timestamp those below. But the first one is happiness. You can see the movement in the card. You can see the joy, this kind of swirl of energy around this individual. So we've got this beautiful happiness card. I have clarity, okay, this gorgeous crystal ball. So I want clarity on a situation. I want to know what's going on in a situation. Maybe we'll ask Spirit that. And I have the last card, group C, is forgiveness. So A, B, and C, I have forgiveness. So you can see this person's just kind of wondering like what's ahead of them. So maybe we'll get some answers with that as well. So welcome, as I said, everybody to my channel. Pick a card that you feel most drawn to, and I will see you in your first reading. If you picked group A, this reading is for you, and you picked the card happiness because we all deserve to be happy. We all deserve to have love come into us, but I like the energy in this card. You can just see the smile and you can see the light coming and you can just see the movement, you know, that the energy is moving all around her. So let's see what the cards are saying. I do have some charms and some initials for you today as well. Let's see what Spirit has for you. Happiness, Spirit, what is it that you need us to hear? What is it that you want us to know? I am listening for you now. Let's see what we have. I have religious factors, cultural differences. We want to make sure that if that's important to you, then you meet somebody that sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes you think it's going to matter and it doesn't. Sometimes Spirit puts you together with somebody that you never would have thought that you would be with, that person, that culture, their background, their religion. And it didn't matter. It didn't matter. So try not to prejudge someone. Sometimes Spirit knows better than we do. But if it is very important to you, then obviously you kind of keep asking Spirit to bring you the person that's in alignment with those things. I have growing old. Okay. I'm going to say growing old together. And this sense of I don't want to be with somebody that's immature, right? So they're going to bring you somebody that either is on the same maturity level as you or even in the same stage of life. And it doesn't mean that there can't be an age difference, but at least that you want the same things, okay? That we're not like way off. Somebody's already had their children and raised their children and somebody's coming in and hasn't started a family yet. Like maybe we're not on the same page with something like that. But I feel this feeling of maturity and making a wise decision. It could be a little bit of an age difference as a clue that the person coming towards you could be a few years older than you. So that could be a clue. And I have after a tower moment, after a change, this love is coming. So what will happen next? So what is happening around this connection? So right now it's a feeling of, I've got something for you. I even like this kind of secrets because it was almost in a positive way, believe it or not. It wasn't like somebody was keeping something from you. It was more like Spirit has a secret for you that they've been kind of holding back this surprise, and you've got to get through what you had to get through to get to what this surprise is going to be. So I almost feel like Spirit has a hidden secret, a hidden surprise for you. So don't look at it in a bad way. It's not somebody keeping secrets. It was more of a get ready to be surprised energy. That's what I felt. I have big changes, your next phase, next hope. And I love all these butterflies on this card, just this transformation happening. So what is going on around you? What is your next love? So your next love is coming after, of course, this big change, and it might be somebody that you weren't expecting. Okay, whether you want to say it's you know, an opposite. Maybe it's not somebody you're normally attracted to. somebody that you have a tendency to date the same kinds of people over and over again, and there's something very, very different about this person. So it is new love for sure. And it is a feeling of, I wasn't expecting this to be the person I would fall in love with. So that's kind of the surprise. I have a 10 of Cups, gorgeous. I have a 5 of Cups. I have a 6 of Swords. And I have a King of Wands. So it is definitely after you have moved on. You have picked up the pieces. You have been through whatever you needed to go through, healed, repaired, you're in a better place. And then this person brings you happiness. I mean, that's the card that you picked. I mean, this King of Wands, I feel like makes you the person that you want to be, okay? You either want to be a better person because of them. Maybe they motivate you. They could motivate you in your career. They could be your biggest cheerleader. You just are happy to be with them. You want to do good things with them. You want to build a life around them. Spirit just said, happy home, happy life. I just feel like you want to be all in, you know, you want to do the things that you haven't done in the past, you know, decorate your house for Halloween, decorate your house for Christmas with this person, have family events at your house. Like, I feel like the time of your life energy, but it's like, I want to do all the things that like a family does. And I feel like this is the person you're going to be doing those things with. I have a Hierophant. Now that's coming into me as a spiritual connection. It could be a spiritual union. I have the World at the bottom of the deck, and I have a High Priestess, and I have a Lover's card. Wow. Okay. This is a soulmate energy coming towards you. I mean, big, huge cards. Okay. 4 major cards at the bottom of the deck. So you've got a new beginning, a new cycle. Your intuition is telling you, this is who I want to be with. They're saying, live your life, like living your life to your fullest. Okay. So this is probably what you're hoping for, but it feels like even just my day-to-day life isn't a grind, okay? I look forward to making dinner with this person. I look forward to spending the evening watching our favorite Netflix show. I look forward to planting the tomatoes on the back deck. You know, like, I feel like it's everyday living. That's why I felt like I was just decorating for different holidays. But it's just fun. It's fun. It's exciting. It feels fun. We do a lot together. I feel like this is one of those connections where you love doing things together. You spend a lot of time together. Doesn't matter if we're running errands, Spirit is saying, or whether we are doing something important. We're like, we jump in the car together, we show up places together, we run around and go to Walmart and Home Depot and all the fun places together. So it just feels like we love to be together. You know, it doesn't matter what we're doing. Let's get some initials. How nice. I have the letter E, letter B. I have a U. You could see first initials, last initials. Maybe we'll spell your person's name if this person is in your life. I have a Y. I have an O, R, X, S, the letter P, another S. I have an N, an A. I have another R, and let's get one more. And I have another Y, one more, another N. Okay, so N wins. What's the bottom of my deck? I have an L. Okay, so right now it is this feeling of new love. I want to be with you. Also, I feel like I'm moving on. I have to move on from something, but that's okay. You could be in transition. You could be like in between, you know, and ending something relatively recently. Spirit, please share with me. The karmic is blocking our connection. So if there's somebody in your life that you feel like you are still emotionally attached to, and you're having a hard time detaching from that person, they pop up into your head all the time. Really work on that. Ask Spirit to please take these thoughts away from me when they pop in. I need to move on with my life, because we want to have that kind of clean slate, that clean energy of I'm available. So that's when this person's going to come towards you. Spirit, please share with me. I've been going through a tough time. That could be you. That could be them. You could be, maybe you guys can be, good for each other, that we kind of have the same, weight on our shoulders in some ways, which happens, you both have something on your shoulders. I definitely want to be more than friends. This person could come into your life as an acquaintance, introduce friends of friends, definitely realize that there's a spark there. Maybe we just started chatting and talking amongst other people, realizing that I want to see you outside of this circle of people. I want to see you alone. I want to get you alone. So something is going on around that. And you are so special to me. And that's how you meet somebody. You meet somebody who you stand out in the crowd. They're saying that I like your heart. I like your soul. I can feel your energy. I can feel your kindness, they're saying. So this person sees something very special in you. And I feel like I am definitely ready to give this a try. I'm going to say that. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you want us to know at this time? What's next? I have a Temperance. I have an Eight of Wands. I have a Seven of Pentacles, and I have a Five of Swords. It came into me as being swept off my feet with that kind of swirling Eight of Wands. I like that. And also after I've kind of stopped either fighting what fate has for me, meaning that I let go of somebody maybe that I shouldn't be holding on to or is not going to serve me anymore. I feel like it's after I have peace with myself, after I have rebuilt myself, I've done some work. So, excuse me. So I do feel like I'm going to be swept off my feet. But yeah, I mean, after I have admitted to myself that it's time for me to move on, it's time for me to let someone go once and for all, that it's gone, it's done and buried. Now, some of you probably have already done that, but for those of you that still in the back of your mind are still thinking about somebody, I have an Ace of Swords. That feels like you've made up your mind. I also like the truth and honesty coming in. And I feel like this person approaches this connection with, questions about your future, whether you're bringing up the questions or they are, but I feel like they're not afraid to talk about it. I feel like if you ask them, like, what are you looking for? Are you looking for a relationship? Are you looking to ever be married again? Are you looking for something, bigger? I feel like they do want to talk about those things. So this is somebody who's emotionally mature enough to say, what it is that they're looking for right from the start, as opposed to somebody who would say, I don't know what I want, let's just see where this goes. I feel like that's not going to cut it for you. This person, I feel like, is very honest right from the beginning. And then we both make this choice that, are we willing to open up our heart? Spirit, yes or no? Are we willing to open up our heart? What is it that you have for us? Yes, forbidden fruit. They see your glow up, intrigued by this new you, and feel you move on. Now they want you back. So you could have somebody in the background, like I said, let them go. You could know that they are still trying to get you back, but they aren't healthy for you, or they have a problem, or their addictions are, are following them everywhere. But it's forbidden fruit. And sometimes that's the devil trying to come after us over and over again. And sometimes we just have to say no to what's not good for us. And Spirit could say, you could have a couple things happening at the same time. You could be meeting somebody new that says, hey, I want to be more than friends. And at the same time, you've got kind of the same old over here saying, I'll fix things, I want you. And I don't know, time to move on is how I feel. I have yes, I'm haunted. They can't get you out of their head. Your memory haunts them. So I do feel like you have somebody from your past that is having a hard time with you moving on, but that doesn't mean that you don't do it. It means that you keep your head focused on what's best for you. And I have no, it's hard to open up. They fear being vulnerable, risk being hurt. Patience is needed. So you want to be with somebody that you can be. And I just felt that gorgeous king energy of, I want to talk about a future. I want to talk about what it is that I want. So they're trying to put somebody in front of you that is more vulnerable than what you had in the past. And that's probably something that you need. I need to be with somebody that's more emotionally secure or has more, is able to be more emotional. I'm going to say it that way. Okay, so let's get some charms. Let's see if we get some clues from the charms. Sometimes we get some great charms, and I'm just going to get a scoop. I have this beautiful bowl of charms today. So we're going to get a nice scoop here. I'm going to give them a quick stir. Okay. They've got numbers. They've got a little bit of everything in some of these bowls. I've got lots of bowls. All right, let's see what this one has. So I have the number 8. Could be August. Could be 8 days. 8. I have the number 4. That feels like 4 weeks for some reason. 48. You could put them together, but it did feel like 4 weeks. It felt like a turning around energy. Could be a 4-week delay of, just kind of taking care of yourself. I have the number 5. I do feel like that's May. I do. I feel like that's May. I have, what is this? I have a Taurus energy. Okay. All right. I have a clock. It came into me as a warped a warped clock because of the way it's kind of like wonky. I guess it's how we feel about divine timing, or I'm struggling with, I'll believe it when I see it, or I just don't trust timing, or I don't trust how much time I have into somebody. I don't know. There's something going on with you that it doesn't feel solid, right? It feels kind of liquid. And there's a sense of, I don't feel in control of the time. Now, some of you may be struggling with it. You feel like time is really important because of how old you are, and maybe you want to start a family and you're really worried about time. So time isn't as solid and secure as you'd like it to be. Maybe that's why I'm feeling it's kind of got motion to it. Just try to believe in divine timing. God knows better than we do, but it's hard to let go of that and trust sometimes. I have 2 crowns, and I have a crown with a heart. I'm going to put all these crowns with a heart together, and it is a feeling of value. It's, if you want a king, be a queen. If you want a queen, be a king, right? So it's, what is it that you want? Be that person, okay? You attract what you put out there. Wear your invisible crown. You're royalty. You're amazing. You have a lot to offer. You're this gorgeous prince, this beautiful princess, that you can attract what it is that you want. So they just want to remind you of that. It's you, it's you that they want. I have a wrench. I don't feel like they work with wrenches. That's not how it came into me. It came into me as somebody throwing a wrench into what would be a healthy start, a good start. If you have some kind of karmic energy that's jealous, they could just kind of sabotage this, try to sabotage this. Somebody you share children with, or somebody that doesn't want to see you move on and be happy. It was like throwing a wrench in it. So for some of you, not all of you, you could have somebody that's, kind of a troublemaker behind the scenes, because if they can't have you, they don't want anybody else to have you. So you could have somebody that just is kind of nasty with, the situation of you moving forward. So maybe keep it on the QT for a while, just kind of be low radar. Don't, be out in public. Maybe you have to just be private for a little while so that it doesn't get back to this person that you're even in a relationship for some reason. I do have an elephant. Now, that came into me as memory. Elephants have an incredible memory, and it was more of a feeling of, I remember you. So it could be a soul connection from a past life. It could be, I feel like I've known you forever, but it was a memory energy. I want to remember everything about you. I have two little dogs and they match. So there's a lot of people that do that. They have like two of the same breed. So I have matching dogs. So somebody might have two little dogs. They look like little Scotties or something like that, terriers of some kind. So we could have, I have dogs. They're brother and sister. They look alike. They're a lot of fun. They're my whole world. So somebody could have dogs. That's fun. I have a light bulb goes off. I like this almost, and they're using the word imagination to me too, where they're saying, I can just imagine like how much fun it would be with you, or if I could get you alone, or what we would do together. I just feel like my head is just kind of spinning and the light bulbs are going off with all these creative things and imagining, what our life could be like together. So I'm thinking ahead. I do feel that. I do have a horseshoe. So I have this lucky charm coming in. So I feel lucky that I just found you. I have a teddy bear and I have this love little heart. And I'm just going to say the person who holds you like a bear, a big teddy bear, that they could hold you in their arms. You could be much smaller than this person. And when they hold you, it's just like all encompassing. So they could be just like this big bear hug. Okay. So I'm going to say it that way. That feels really nice. Okay. So I like the little dogs. I think that's nice. And let's see if they'll give me a timeline. Spirit, when is this connection coming? What is next in love? When will this happen? I have tomorrow. Okay. So we'll take tomorrow. That's nice. I always feel like any day now, anytime I pull a card like that, it's like right around the corner. Your energy is ready for it. Their energy is ready to find you. So that's so positive. I'm going to meet this person at night. Okay. Maybe I'm out with my friends. Maybe we are out somewhere. So get yourself out there. I have it's worth waiting for. Gorgeous. And I have February being important. Could be a birthday month. But I like the feeling of tomorrow. I like the feeling of tomorrow. Spirit, any future messages, confirmation, feelings? What do you have for us? I'm ready for our future together. So the person who says, I will answer those questions. I want to be in a real relationship. I'm not looking for a fling. So I do feel like that King of Swords is going to come forward and be honest right from the beginning as to what they're looking for. Gorgeous. I'm so sorry I hurt you. I know you didn't deserve that. I feel like in this particular case, some of you have somebody from the past that would love to have you back, but you're really trying to move forward and you want to know what's ahead of you. And if that's what you want to do, sorries don't cut it, is how I just felt. You've given this person a lot of tries. They just don't want to see you with somebody else, Spirit said. I like the way you make me feel when you are nowhere near. So even the new person coming in, like, I miss you when I'm not with you, or I haven't seen you in a few days and I'm really excited that we're going to see each other. So I'm going to say, just keep moving forward, allow Spirit to put what's on your path and cross paths with that person. But it is a feeling of, I think they have some good news for you. I think the secret that they're keeping is that we have something great for you and we just can't wait to show it to you. So I'm going to put this out into the universe. How gorgeous. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you picked Group B, this reading is for you. So you picked this beautiful crystal ball with clarity. And you could be asking yourself, I just want to know where my connection is going. Maybe you're in a connection already. Maybe you have met somebody that you're looking for some answers from Spirit. So let's call in our spirit guides. Let's see what they have. Excuse me. Okay, let's try this again without choking. Spirit, please share with me clarity. What is it that you have for us? What is it that you need us to know? What are the loving messages meant to be heard for whoever found this reading? I have a secret admirer. Okay, surprises, hidden love. A little bit of my feelings for you are deeper than you know. I have been holding back my feelings. So this could be somebody that you're thinking of and wondering, are they thinking of me? And yeah, I would say they're either holding back their feelings, but the feelings are deeper than they know. Maybe they just haven't pulled the trigger or taken action. I have a guardian angel is hanging over you. So divinely guided, the sense of, I know this person's been put in my life for a reason. I'm just kind of wondering, how and why this person has come into my life and where do we go from here? It's a messy situation. Okay. Is this it's complicated. I opened up this reading with, it can be single couples. It can be complicated. It can be a situationship. So some of you may be in a situationship. It could be complicated. You are seeking answers now. Spirit just said. So maybe we just need to know about this person. Like, are they being truthful? Are they being honest? Are they looking for, to be with me for the right reasons? Something along those lines. I have friends. We're in the same friend zone. Maybe we have a lot of mutual friends together. Maybe our paths constantly cross and there's lots of eye contact. There's lots of flirting. There's lots of mixed messages they're saying. So what does this person want? Yeah, situationship. I need to take a closer look. Am I overanalyzing it? Spirit saying, allow the situation to come forward. That if this person wants to be in a connection, they're very attracted to you with this eye candy. So there could be lots of flirting. Maybe it's inappropriate that they are attracted to you. Maybe they, like if it's a work situation or something like that, like I can't have a relationship with somebody at work. I mean, it's like taboo. Or maybe they used to date somebody you knew, or they were married to somebody that you know. So it just feels a little bit taboo, like it's just an awkward situation. I don't necessarily know how much you're doing wrong as much as what people would think. That maybe there was something going on before there really was, because maybe you've always had a thing for each other, but you didn't do anything about it. Spirit, please share with me. What are the cards saying? I have an Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this person's going to make a move. Okay. This person's I have a Three of Swords. I have a Moon. They could be worried that if you have somebody that you know in common, that it could be really upsetting to them that you guys are together for some reason. But I also feel like they want to move forward with this. I feel like they are going to make an offer, either say, I want to spend some time with you. I want to be alone with you. I want to see where this goes. This flirting isn't just flirting. This flirting is like, I don't flirt with everybody is how I feel. I feel like these are mutual feelings, and what you have been feeling, like the vibe coming off of them is what's going on. Okay. So if they are trying to flirt with you, seduce you, make you feel like they want you, then I'm going to say that that's what's really going on. I have a Four of Swords, a little bit of I've been waiting. Okay. Here comes the truth. I I think it's connected around work. It could be I've had feelings for you, but maybe I just haven't done anything because we're in the same office and I don't want people to know. So there's like a little bit of a taboo feeling behind it, and some kind of situationship and something like that. But we're going to work through it. And I do feel like I'm being honest with my feelings with that King of Swords and Queen of Cups, where I'm saying to you, yeah, I mean, I definitely have feelings for you. I definitely want to see where this goes. And I'm not just flirting with you for the sake of flirting. So I think that we're putting some thought into this. Maybe Spirit just said, maybe we're crossing the line, and we are going to talk about that. Like, what are the consequences of crossing this line? But I feel like I can't hold back, they just said, and I do want to move forward with this. So for lack of better, meaning, they choose you, they want to move forward, they have something to offer. What you think they're thinking and what you think they want is true. Okay. I have the letter E. I have a K. I have a U. We're doing some initials, first initials, last initials. I have an R. I have a D, another E. I have an A, N, another I. I have an L. I have an O. Let's get a few more. I have an S, and I have another R. So some of you may connect to that. You may get their first name, their last name. Spirit, tell me some of the feelings now. We might not be at this stage yet because there's a part of me that feels like we're just kind of figuring this out, just trying to see if this is real, see if this is just, flirting, or if this is definitely going to take it to the next level. Spirit, I have destiny will help us find each other. Why are we put together? Why did Spirit bring us together now? What is the bigger purpose? I feel like we're talking about a lot of those things that, sometimes you just look at somebody and say, you know what? I wasn't expecting to have feelings for you, but I do. And I don't want to push them away. I want to see where they go. I want to make love to you. So if we're not physical yet, I feel like this person's definitely thinking about what will happen next. Is I want to be physical with you. I definitely want to make love to you. You will always be in my heart. I do have feelings for you. Okay. I know deep down that you are my one true love. I feel that there's some kind of connection. I've waited a lifetime for you. One more. Bottom of the deck, I have, I'm willing to do anything for us to be together. I feel like there's some kind of connection that either we know a mutual person and we don't want to hurt that person's feelings. This person could have dated a friend of yours in the past, or even have been married to a friend of yours in the past, or a relative. So it just feels awkward more than anything. It's not that you can't be with this person. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's just, what would people think? It's just kind of awkward, but things happen. People fall in love. People fall in love with people that are around them without realizing it. Spirit, please share with me. What is it you need me to know? I have shielded. I've been holding back. I've been trying to ward off my feelings. So we could have been trying to push this love away for a while. We could both have been saying, we can't do this. This is not going to happen. And we can't not do it. I have a fork in a road. We're making a decision. Which option will we choose? So it is a turning point, and it is almost a feeling of a chain reaction that, we take one path and we're happy, but somebody else isn't. So there's a sense of whichever path we take, there's kind of consequences on both sides. So I feel like that's taking into consideration what's our next move. I would say that. And I have worry beads. I'm filled with worry. I'm wondering. I'm, kind of now that I have these feelings for you, I don't know what to do with them energy as well, but I do want to move forward. What's the bottom of my deck? I have balloons. I want to be free. I want to have fun. I want to celebrate. I want to celebrate this love. So sometimes we hold back because we don't want to hurt somebody else. And I get it. We don't want to hurt people, but we also want to be true to ourselves. We also want to, live the lives that we want to live. So we have to be, we have to use our judgment, what's best. So Spirit, please share with me, what is it that you have for us? A little bit complicated, a little bit complicated. I have somebody's going to be heartbroken. I have a 6 of Pentacles. I have an Ace of Swords. So the truth is coming out. It's more of a, I need to know. Here's the Justice card. It could involve a divorce. It could be that somebody has to finalize a divorce, get out of a divorce. Could be a third-party situation. I'm not going to get into a relationship with you until you're divorced, until you file for divorce. So that could be going on. Maybe we're just flirting and we're like not ready to cross that line because everybody's going to get hurt. So we could just be going through that right now. Bottom of the deck is a Queen of Wands. So there's very much a feeling of, I want you. I know that I want you. So do we fall in love with people when it's unexpected? Sometimes we do. Sometimes we do. All right, let's get some charms. Let's see what the charms are saying. I've got this beautiful bowl of charms today. Let's see if they've got some messages. Now, some of you may get some additional confirmations, or sometimes something really jumps out and you feel like I'm talking to you. But let's get a nice scoop. Lots of nice charms there. Okay, I got the number 2, 2 weeks, 2 months. Maybe we'll get some answers that we're seeking, make some decisions. I have a Gemini energy. Okay, I have a 4-leaf clover. I'm going to say I feel lucky. I feel lucky that I'm with you. I feel I have an owl. I'm going to say I'm making a good choice. I feel like I'm choosing to be with you. I also have this tree of life. I'm going to put the owl and the tree of life together because I want to put down roots. Maybe we're talking about a future, what our future would look like together, or what our life would be together. I have a home, and I have a cat. I think this is a castle, a church. Yes. Yeah, so I'm going to say a castle, a home. I want to create a home with you. I don't want this to be just part-time or a fling. I want to have a home with you. If I'm going to be with you, I want to have a future with you. I want to share a house with you. I want to have a normal life, Spirit just said. And that would be sharing a home. So that could be stuff you're talking about. I have 2 flowers. It's almost a feeling of we're cut. I don't know if you can see them, but they're kind of stamped on there, engraved in there, but it was that we're very similar. A little bit of a yin and yang energy, the way they have the flowers balancing each other. So we're very similar in that respect. And I feel like we fit together very well. So we could have just a great sense of we make a great team, or we're really meant to be together, like we just are very compatible in a lot of different ways. And maybe we know that about each other already. I have a beautiful, this is a fairy on a moon, but it came into me like wish upon a star energy. So I do want you to do that. I want you to keep wishing, keep hoping. I have a ballerina. The ballerina feels like I'm dancing. I feel that I'm happy, I'm joyous, I'm free. Doesn't mean you can physically dance like a ballerina. Most of us can't. But I just feel like I'm free. I'm free. Maybe I let something go. Maybe I let go of some worry. Maybe my person tells me that I love you and I want to be with you. So it could be something along those lines. What is this guy? I have an anchor. Let me be your anchor. That's nice. I have a kissing your lips. Okay, big kiss. Okay, I have a big lips. I love your lips. I want to kiss your lips. Maybe you haven't even kissed this person. Maybe you have tremendous feelings for this person. You guys have never crossed the line. You've never kissed. You've never been intimate. But can you be in love with somebody emotionally and never have been physical with them? Absolutely. So maybe you're feeling like we have deep feelings for each other and we've never even been physical with each other. So that could be going on. I have this little bird and I have a little fox. I feel like just woods. I'm going to say it that way, like wilderness, walking through the woods, going for a walk, quiet place to park and talk, something like that. Maybe it's some place special that we go and we sit and we talk. It's our place. I have a Eiffel Tower, and I have I'm going to put the diamond with the Eiffel Tower because part of me feels like it's a future, like we get engaged in Paris, like we go to Paris for a vacation and my person proposes to me in Paris and it's like the most romantic proposal on the face of the earth. So part of me feels like that's could be a future prediction. And then I have this peace sign. So it's, I don't know, hippie chick. I want peace. I want serenity. I don't want drama around me. I don't want to cause drama. I just want to love. I just want to be with this person. I want them to want to be with me. So it could be, I just want peace. I want peace of mind. Maybe I'm just really having a hard time right now with, I don't know where I stand with this person. And it's just so complicated that I'm just constantly worrying about what's going to happen next with my person. So here is your charms. Very nice. I love that. Let's see what loving, no, let's do a timeline. Spirit, when is this connection happening, or some clarity on this connection? What do you have for us? I have today. We're going to get some answers today. Every day you'll get closer to the answer. How about that? You know, that spirit will give you the truth. Spirit will keep moving this thing forward. You're always in motion, they're saying, in a few days. So maybe we're closer than we think to realizing like where my person stands or what's going to happen with this connection. It's been worth waiting for. And I have stop obsessing. Stop obsessing. You know, this is one of those situations where it's going to take time. It's, and I know you don't want to hear that, but it's got to unfold however it's meant to unfold. You can't rush things. And you both have to see it clearly. You both have to know exactly what you're doing, what you're getting into. Spirit, please share with me. It's complicated feelings. What do we have? I have my mind is full of you. I can't get you out of my mind. I wonder if I'm on your mind as much as I'm on yours. Okay. I wish we could be together right now. So there's something holding us back. And I forgive you. Maybe you've pushed this person away and still you said, you know, when you know what you want, let me know, because my hands are tied. You know, maybe there's been something that's been said that says, I'm not interested in a third party. If you want to, you know, make a change, then let me know. I wish I could be a better me for you. And we belong together. So I'm going to say, let this unfold. Let your person come to you, okay, with a decision. And if this is meant to be, it will be. So we'll put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you picked Group C, this reading is for you, and you picked the card Forgiveness. And you can see she's kind of walking towards the light. And I feel hopeful. I feel that, and remember, forgiveness is for you. It could be that you're forgiving somebody because you want to be able to move on, or you're asking somebody to, you forgive them and they forgive you so that you can both move on. So it's a feeling of peace, I will say. Maybe we get some comfort from an apology. Maybe we are able to connect through tears, Spirit saying. So maybe there's a regrets and apologies coming from somebody. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you want us to know? What is it that you need us to hear? I have a good man, marriage material. They're worth it. Okay. Is this somebody that I want to be with? Is this somebody that I feel like I don't want to give up on? Okay. So I'm waiting for an apology. I have jealous. They got jealous. Sometimes people act weird, you know. Excuse me. Jealousy is, you know, it's one of those emotions that people aren't proud of. And sometimes we don't even realize what triggers it. And sometimes we overreact. Sometimes we say things that we shouldn't. You know, who are you talking to? Who's that on the phone? Where were you? Were you with somebody? You know, accusing you of things that you haven't done. And maybe that's what the apology is around. So we have this kind of possessiveness with that snake. And I have an apology. So I definitely feel the apology coming. I feel like you have a really good person, male or female, that I feel like freaked out for some reason. And I bottom of my deck, I have marriage. Okay, together. They're thinking together. They're thinking long lasting. So maybe we are on a temporary no contact, or maybe we push this away and we're wondering, you know, what's going to happen now? This person got so crazy jealous and maybe they accused you of doing something that you weren't doing, and you're loyal to them and you're faithful to them, and how dare they? So part of me feels like this person wakes up and realizes that that wasn't fair. I have a judgment card. I have an Ace of Wands. I have an Ace of Pentacles. And I'm going to say this person's returning with an offer. They've had some time to think about it. They definitely overblew it or overthought something. They definitely drew some conclusions that weren't real, Spirit just said. I think there's a sense of accusations that is upsetting. So I feel like they come back with, I do want to be with you. I do want a commitment with you. I just freaked out. You know, maybe you got a call from somebody from your past. You didn't even ask them to call you. And this person said, why are you talking to your past? You're like, I did not ask this person to call me. In fact, I didn't even respond, you know. So just be really honest and truthful with those types of situations, especially if somebody has a tendency to get jealous. They don't mean to, but they just are so in love with you. The thought of losing you to somebody else scares them half to death. So it could be that. I have a 4 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. I have an 8 of Swords, and I have a 9 of Cups. So this feeling of me holding back, me guarding myself, me putting a barrier around myself isn't really what I want. Okay. Even if that's what they said, you know, like I need to be alone right now, or I need to just think about things. What they really want is to get back into, I feel really good when I'm with you. And I kind of pushed it to the limit, or I shouldn't have said the things that I said. But the apology is sincere. I will say that. I feel like the apology is needed. And maybe it clears the air around this particular situation. Maybe it's been building for a little while and we finally are able to talk it through and get to the heart of like, why did you freak out so bad? Like where is this coming from? So maybe we get to an old wound that triggered something. Spirit, please share with me an initials, first initials, last initials, a full name, maybe a confirmation. I have the letter X, U, Z. I have a V, P, Y, Y, the letter T, H, another T, O, I have a Q, another R, I have an R, I should say, an X, N, S, and let's get one more, and an E. Okay, so some of you that definitely will connect to, and others, don't worry about it if it doesn't connect. It could be coming. Spirit, feelings, what is going on in this connection? I've got somebody who, I guess, overreacted. I'm going to put it in that kind of category. It's not over because of this one episode, but I feel like it put like a thorn in my side of, wow, I didn't realize this person, really thought that of me, or how dare they say something like that to me. So we needed a little time and space in between, probably. Our connection is divinely guided. I don't want to be fighting with you. I don't want to be struggling with you. I've learned from my mistakes. It was a mistake. I've learned. I know that you wouldn't hurt me. I know you're not lying to me. I know you're not cheating on me. I do trust you, energy. We are soulmates. I don't want to walk away from this connection. So you've got somebody who it looks like this is getting back together, reconciliation. Please wait for me just a little bit longer. So we're on our way. We're thinking about things. And I'm dealing with a difficult situation right now. So that feels like it's just a matter of time. But it is a feeling of don't accuse me of something I didn't do. I think nothing is worse than that. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. Anything about the feelings, what's happening next in this connection. I have changing. At this time, the situation is a state of flux. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. I think what's going to happen is this person is going to kind of calm down, realize that we got to talk. An apology is necessary. They overreacted in some way. I have hit rock bottom. Like, this is not where I want to be. Not being with you is not where I want to be. It's created, I always feel like it creates a chain event that, my relationship isn't working. Something happens with work. My family's blowing up, I just feel like it creates a chain reaction of things. So all of a sudden they feel like my whole life is a mess. I have a headache. Okay. I'm not sleeping, came into me. I'm not feeling well because I'm not sleeping. I haven't been taking care of myself. I could be drinking too much because I'm trying to self-medicate myself. I need to rest, relax. I want peace again. I need to know that if I come back, like, this isn't going to happen because the limbo that I feel like we're in is too upsetting to me. So I feel like I'm really struggling with this kind of limbo feeling that I'd rather it be on or off than limbo. Like, limbo is too painful for both of you. Spirit, please share with me. I have an 8 of Swords. That came into me as don't hold back when I come back. I have a 4 of Pentacles. Don't block me. Don't guard me. Don't hold back. We can rebuild. Okay. We can repair. We can rebuild. We've got to do some work. That's all. And a Tower, this fear of, is it over? So that limbo, like I said, it's like the not knowing, I think, is more painful. But I feel pretty confident that we're coming back with apologies. I think the Tower is just, you've got to put, a tower doesn't mean everything is ended in your life. A tower means that something in your life has to change. So this person and both of you have to trust each other more. That's really what jealousy is all about. So how do we work on trust? You can trust me. I've done nothing to deserve that you accuse me of something I haven't done. I need you to know that this is something I've always wanted. I do see a future with you. Absolutely. And I have a devil. I'm afraid somebody's going to take you away. I'm afraid I have thoughts of you being with somebody else, or I know that you still have mixed feelings about somebody from your past that's still trying to come back into your energy. So whatever it is, it's, we've got to get over it, because we've got to trust each other more. And we have to believe that at the end of the day, no matter what happens or who's put in front of us, whatever that devil energy is, that we don't do anything with it. We're like, okay, somebody could hit on you until, whatever, but you don't act on it. You're not interested. Because you love somebody. You say no. You say, get away from me. Stop hitting on me. You say no. All right, let's get some charms. Let's see what the charms say. I always like to see what spirit shares with me with the charms. So I'm going to get a scoop of charms. Give these a little stir. Dig a little bit deeper. Okay. Let's see, we get some letters, we have some signs. Let's get the sign. This is jumping out at me. What is this one? I have a Taurus energy. I have a double O, O. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's connected to like a social security number or something, or a phone number that has like a lot of O's in it. I feel like that's what it is. A lot of zeros. Maybe it's a number that's important in their life, or like their address has like 1200 or 1500 something. But I just feel like it's connected to a number that's like an address or a phone number. I do have a dragonfly that feels that I am, they use the word searching. Okay, searching. I'm searching for you. Maybe look for the sign. Okay, I'm searching for you. I want to see you. I'm always out looking for you. Maybe I'm driving around hoping to catch you at your favorite places, or I'm driving by your work wanting to see you get in and out of the car. But it was almost like I'm always searching for you. It could be that your soul is just like wondering where this person is, like always looking at the door and waiting for them to come through the door. That kind of feeling. Okay, I have a star. It's a star within a star. It came into me as, even though it's not a heart, I hold you within my heart. Okay, that within my heart, you'll always have a place. And then I have this little heart with a birdie. I'll put these two together. But it was like within my heart, you'll always have a place. So that's how that came into me. I have a heart with a crown. It says knitting diva on it. So maybe somebody is knits, crochets, sews. Maybe it's a hobby. Maybe that's something that you like to do. Keeps you busy. I have a heart with love and Cupid's arrow. I'm going to put these two together because that feels more like I knew the moment that I met you, like you struck me, or Cupid struck. But I also feel like the moment that I met you, I knew we were supposed to be together. And I don't think that feeling ever leaves somebody, that especially if it's an instant connection, you kind of look at it and say, I've never felt that way about anybody else before. And I want this to work out, Spirit's saying now. I do. I have a sword that's coming into me as I'll fight for you. Like, I don't want to give up on this connection. I will fight for you. That feels good. I have a ballerina and I have a Cinderella's castle. It feels more like a dream. Cinderella, a dream, you know, maybe when I think back at it, I'm just kind of looking at all the good stuff. I'm just looking at, you know, how fast I fell in love with you, or what we could have, what our future or daydreams, things like that. That feels good. I have a stag, so I do have a strong energy. Proud, strong. My pride is in my way. My ego got in the way with getting jealous or thinking that something was going on that wasn't going on. So that feels like that. I have palm trees and I have a dog. I feel like I'm walking the dog. Maybe somebody, maybe you live somewhere where there's palm trees. Maybe you take your dog when you travel, and I'm walking outside. I do feel like a warm wind. So it could be a service dog, like I travel and go on vacation with my dog. So I have a service dog, and the dog goes everywhere with me, including vacation. So that's how that came into me. All right, so those are the clues, but it is a feeling of you'll always be in my heart, and a lot of memories about how fast we fell in love or what we have. So this isn't over. It's a episode. It's something happened. Kiss and make up energy. Apologies, regrets. I won't go down that path again. Spirit, when is this happening? When? I have more than a year, but I always see this card as we'll be together. I always say we'll be together for years to come. Not that it's gonna take a year to get back together. I think it's gonna be very soon you'll be with this person. Within a few months. I have spring, okay, as the new seedlings are coming up. I have August being important. So it just feels soon. It feels soon. I'm not really worried about this connection. I feel that somebody got jealous and not for a good reason. Jealous in their head. And they were wrong. And there's nothing worse than being accused of something that you haven't been doing. Let's see what the feelings are. Spirit, please share with me. What is the feelings? I still repeat the things you said to me in my head. So constantly replaying the things that we talked about the last time we were together. I can feel your energy all around me. I know that you're close, that when they said to me that I'm searching for you, my soul is searching for you. Like, where are you? When are you going to walk through the door? You know, I want to go outside and see you pull in with your car, so it's just, I'm searching. I'm planning my move. I'm ready to make my move. I'm ready to call, ready to talk. And I am so grateful for you. I do want you to know that I respect you and I'm grateful for you. So we do have apologies coming. I feel like you guys are going to work through this and we'll find our way back together. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you are new to this channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell for more pick a card uploads. Comment below, claim it, own it, it's yours. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, check out my website at KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com. Also, I will put my other 2 YouTube channels in the description and in the comments. My main channel, lots of love readings over there. Check out your signs, a daily collective love over there. And then a soulmate and twin flame channel, which leans more towards no contact energies and situations is happening over on that channel. So thank you for watching, and I'm so grateful for you being here today. We'll see you soon.